It's hard to say what will actually happen once President-elect Donald Trump gets sworn into office on January 20th. We can't know what he'll prioritize or which parts of his unconventional agenda might be opposed by the Republicans in Congress. But Trump has been very outspoken about the need to beef up our infrastructure spending. And if, like me, you believe his plan to fix our roads and upgrade our airports has a good chance of being passed, then there are a whole host of stocks that deserve to go even higher. For example, take U.S. Concrete, USCR. This is a major producer of, you guessed it, concrete for commercial construction, residential construction, and infrastructure building. Here's a stock that's rallied 30% since the election because it'll be a huge beneficiary from Trump's infrastructure agenda. And it's also exactly the kind of company that does a whole lot better when the economy picks up speed, something that pretty much everyone now is expecting thanks to the president-elect's pro-business agenda, including, I think, Janet Yellen. So could this stock have more room to run? Let's take a closer look with actually a very exciting company with Bill Sandbrook. He's the president and CEO of U.S. Concrete. Get a better sense of how this company's doing and where it's headed. Mr. Sandbrook, welcome to Mad Money. First time.
Hey, thank you, Jim.
Have a seat.
Thank you very much.
All right, Bill. I know that a lot of people think, including me, that concrete's just concrete. There's nothing special about it. But when I look at some of the jobs you've done, I did a special called Ground Zero Rising. You were the key guy when it came to the World Trade Center.
That's correct. Concrete's differentiated. That's what sets us apart from our competitors. We choose to operate in urban environments and get a strong market position in those environments with significant barriers to entry, and then do projects within those environments that nobody else can do. The Bayonne Bridge, the World Trade Center, et cetera, et cetera. 49er Stadium we did.
You did that beautiful stadium? Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Now, you were on site apparently right after 9/11.
In 2001, I brought 100 pieces of equipment down from my previous company, Tilcon, and assisted in the cleanup for the first 3 days after 9/11. And then it's our Concrete now that's rebuilding the trade centers in this day and age.
Well, it's pretty amazing. As someone who's been down there, I mean, it's got to be one of the biggest concrete jobs in the world, I have to imagine.
It's very big.
Okay, now, when I look at where you are in amazing markets. You're in New York, which I know is a very hard market to work in, particularly because of the zoning rules. You're in California, in the absolute best places. But Texas stands out as being an unbelievable place to do business for you right now.
Dallas is booming right now.
Booming.
Yeah, the decline in oil prices hadn't affected Dallas at all. The number of corporate relocations in Dallas is outstanding, and we get our share of those projects. The Toyota headquarters project was ours. State Farm Insurance has moved down there. Liberty Mutual has moved down there. The inflow of people and all of the building that's needed to support those people has been fantastic, and it looks like the next 2 years are going to be just as strong.
Well, Bill, which are the important metrics we should watch for your business? Is it taxes like New Jersey with the road tax, or is it corporate relocations, or would it be something like infrastructure from the new president?
All the above. And speaking of the Trump presidency, the infrastructure plan that was in his platform of $1 trillion, we'll see how much of that really comes to pass. We'll combine that with very favorable corporate tax rates and a favorable regulatory environment with an economy that was doing really well for us before. Right. We have a lot of wind in our sails at this point.
But when President Obama first started his big bill that was supposed to stimulate the economy, the stimulus bill.
Right.
There was a lot of criticism. He said shovel ready, but there was no such thing as shovel ready.
Correct.
Are there such thing as shovel ready projects?
I would say that was overplayed.
Was, okay.
These are big projects, take a long time to build, to permit first, to plan, permit, execute. So even the Trump infrastructure plan, I would look for the effects of that to be in the out years.
Okay, that's important because a lot of people are pretty excited. But at the same time, when you get something like a gasoline tax, like New Jersey, that seems like it's pretty rapid to see business.
That's pretty rapid. What we're assessing the Trump presidency to be is we were in the middle innings of the last cycle. Okay. Now what we were planning on is an extension of that. So maybe we had a 2 or 3 year runway. Now we're looking out 3, 4, 5, 6 years of improved economic opportunities.
Janet Yellen raised rates today. We got a quarter-point increase. That's not the type of thing that would derail a business like yours.
No, not at all. The first house I bought, I'll give my age, in 1984, my mortgage rate was 16%.
Right. Now, if I look at what's going on around the other parts of the country, you've got some other areas that are interesting. But what it seems like you do is you get into an area and then you buy other guys, and they all do different things.
They all do different things. The common denominator is concrete,
Right.
but they have their own niche specialties. Some do residential, some do commercial, some do infrastructure, and then we incorporate them into our business model. But what's common about it, in New York City, for instance, we have 17 concrete plants in the 5 boroughs. We have over 400 concrete trucks in the 5 boroughs. We look for areas of the country to operate in that nobody else wants to operate in, a large company. Look at the traffic, the congestion.
Yeah.
We're all union in New York. You have to deal with
And
the
you can still make
Teamsters.
money.
You can make more than good money because you have a compelling service and delivery model that nobody else can replicate, and therefore you can get a premium on that for the shareholder.
All right, one last question. It's talked about a lot. The wall in Mexico. I mean, is that the type of thing when you first heard it, you say, listen, I want a piece of that job? Or was it kind of much more of a, let's just say, a little boasting? And maybe that doesn't happen because remember, and they're supposed to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate on that.
Yeah.
We have portable plants that go around the country to take advantage of any opportunities. If an opportunity arises, we'll be competitive.
Well, I know the president does make phone calls, so perhaps you should put your number right underneath here. Well, anyway, great work on that World Trade Center, because I know from Ground Zero Rising how special that job was.
Thank you.
Okay, that's Bill Sandbrook, U.S. Concrete President and CEO. That's USCR. Gosh, I got to tell you, it's a pretty good story. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.